This lesson is for Chapter 3, Lesson 6, Estimating Quotients. To do, please open your textbook to page 223 at this time. Make sure your textbook, pencil, and highlighter are ready before you proceed. Go ahead and pause the recording if you need to get ready. Alright, so let's take a look at this real-world link. The remote control. Latasha and her two sisters, I'm going to circle that, because I'm not working with 2, I'm actually working with 3, want to buy their little brother a remote control helicopter. The helicopter costs $28.90, and they decide to split the cost equally, meaning I'm going to divide by 3. So what number that is a multiple of 3 is close to $28.90? Well, that makes me think of $30, because I could divide $30 easily by 3. So each person can expect to pay about $10. Turn the book to page 124. To estimate quotients of decimals, use rounding and compatible numbers. Remember, compatible numbers are numbers that are easy to divide mentally. And remember, the word mentally right here means in your mind. So let's look at example 1. Estimate 11 and 75/100 divided by 3. Well, 3 is a nice whole number. It would sure be nice if we could get rid of this decimal. So let's round it off to a nice whole number. So 11 and 75/100 is really close to 12. And I could also say that it's awfully close to 11. But which one of these works best with 3? And that would be the 12. So it would be a good idea to take and round it to 12 divided by 3, and our answer then is going to be about a 4. The Jenkins family bought 5 tickets to a charity auction. The receipt shows the total cost of the tickets. So there's our total cost, $61.25. Estimate the cost for each ticket then. So we sold 5 tickets. So $61.25 is not all that friendly to divide by 5. 5 is a nice friendly number, but it sure would be nice to get rid of this decimal. So let's go to the nearest number that I know of that can go easily into 5. I could drop down to 60, or I could go up to 65. Now, which one of those is going to be the closest? The least amount of change would be going to 60. So taking 60 divided by 5, we get 12. So we would say about $12 per ticket. So let's go ahead and try a couple of these. So I'm going to rewrite A, 49.3 divided by 7. The 7 is a nice rounded off number, but this part is not. So I think I'm going to change 49.3 into 49, because I know that 49 can be divided by 7 quickly and give me 7. So why don't you go ahead and answer B and C on your own, and then turn on the recording to see if your answer matches mine. Okay, let's go over your answers. For B, I rounded off 98.1 to 100, so I can divide by 25 easily and get 4 for my answer. On C, we needed to highlight the 6 tickets and the $64.50 and estimate the cost of each ticket. So $64.50 divided by 6. So I'm going to round to $66 and divide by 6 to get 11. Now, rounding it to $60 also would have worked. And then we would have said our ticket is $10. However, which of these creates the most change? To go to $60, we'd lose $4.50. And for us to go up to $66, we'd only have a change of $1.50. So $11 is our best ticket price, our best estimate, because we changed the least. We can also estimate quotients of decimals by rounding the divisors, the number that's doing the divider, choosing compatible numbers so we can divide mentally or in our minds. So let's take a look at these. 32 divided by 3.9. It sure would be nice if our divisor, the 3.9, could be a whole number. So let's go ahead and do that. 32 is friendly, but let's change 3.9. We need a number that we can divide 32 with easily, so that factor would be 4. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. So our answer would be about 8. So let's go look at number 4. Let's look at 56 divided by 6.8. The divisor would be 6.8, and it'd be nice if it was a nice rounded number. The dividend is 56, the number that's going to be divided. So round 6.8 to a number that is a factor of 56, meaning I can divide evenly by it. So I would suggest that we round 6.8 to 7. So we're going to replace our divisor with a 7, and 7 divides into 56 about 8 times. So we would say 56 divided by 6.8 is about 8. So we can actually check. We can do 6.8 times 8, and we get 54.4. And 54.4 is approximately 56. Let's do one of these together, and then I'll have you try the second one. So 54 is nice and rounded. However, my divisor, 9.16, is not very friendly. So I want to change this to something that I know goes into 54, and that would be 9. Because I know 54 divided by 9 equals 6. All right, go ahead and try E on your own, and then pause the recording while you do your work and turn it on to check your answer. We'll take a look. I kept 99, the dividend, the same because it was a nice rounded number, and I took 10 and 75 hundredths and changed it to 11 because I knew 99 divided by 11 is 9. All right, let's check out a story problem. A Pacific leatherback turtle can have a mass up to 704.4 kilograms. An olive ridley turtle can have a mass of up to 49.9 kilograms. About how many times heavier is the Pacific leatherback turtle? Explain why your answer is reasonable. So they decided, let's take the heavier turtle and put his weight inside the box and put the lighter turtle on the outside as the divisor. And on this one, neither of these are nice rounded numbers, so we're going to round them both off so that we can do mental math. So they took 49.9 and changed it to 50, and the 704 and changed it to 700. Because they end in zeros, I know I can take out of groups of 50. When you actually do the math, you'll find out that 50 goes into 700 about 14 times. So we can say the leatherback turtle is about 14 times heavier than the olive ridley turtle. All right, let's try a story problem together. There are approximately 250.9 million cars in the United States. Spain has approximately 25.1 million cars. About how many times more cars does the U.S. have than Spain? And key word here is about. That tells me to estimate. So we're going to take 250.9 and divide by 25.1. Neither of these numbers are all that compatible with their decimal places. So I'm going to change the 250.9 to just 250 million. And the 25.1, well, I know quarters go into 250 easily, so I'm going to round that off to 25. So now I'm going to set up my division problem. 250 and divide by 25. Well, I know that 10 times 25 is 250. So if I didn't know that though, I could check it. 25 goes into 0 times. 25 goes into 25 once. Multiply and I get 25. Subtract, I get 0. Bring down the other 0 and 25 goes into 0 times. And we get remainder 0. So we would say about 10 times more cars. So practice makes perfect. So please work on page 227 and 228. Complete questions 1 through 6. If you really want to push for that bonus, go ahead and try 1 through 19 all.